Mogul Motivation, empowering and inspiring entrepreneurs and dream chasers worldwide, 1 week at a time. Presented by True Stories Media. And I am your host, Antoine Twiz Taylor. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Mogul Motivation. Welcome back. I'm happy that you are here. If this is your first time listening, this podcast is for the aspiring entrepreneur trying to get over that hump and make things happen. This podcast is for anybody with a dream that wants to go forward and accomplish that dream. And the date for this episode is February 15th, 2023, a day after Valentine's Day, the day of love, the day that we show appreciation and love for those who mean the most to us in our lives. And I want to take this time to show some love and appreciation for myself. And I want you to take this time to show some love and appreciation for yourself. And the reason why I'm saying it is this. Been very vocal, as I do on many episodes of Mogul Motivation, about how entrepreneurship is an emotional roller coaster. It's going to be some great highs, but it's going to be some low lows. And in these past 6 months specifically, it has been some very dark and low moments for me. But nonetheless, I continue to persevere. I continue to endure. I continue to record every week, not because I felt I had to, but because I needed to. I needed to motivate myself. I needed to motivate some of you out there. I needed to do it. I never lost focus on what I ultimately wanted to do, because the reality is everything I'm doing now, podcasting, the writing, the photography, and all of my other endeavors, everything I wanted to do, I've always wanted to do 13 years ago when I first started. And of course, I had some highs and lows throughout this entire 13-year period, but the past 6 months challenged me in ways that I never thought I could be challenged before. And I want to show love and appreciation to myself because I endured that. I persevered through all of that. I refused to give up and let that conquer me, right? And the reason why is because now, on February 15, 2023, I'm seeing the glimmer of light. Everything that I wanted to do is starting to take form. It's starting to shape up into exactly how I envisioned it. Yes, I'm not making as much revenue as I would like from it yet, right? But nonetheless, I'm still making revenue. I'm still making enough to sustain myself. I'm still growing the following. I'm still growing the brand. I'm still becoming more recognizable. I'm still building that foundation, and it's still growing and growing. That's why I want to show love and appreciation to myself, because if I would have given up, if I would have threw in the towel, I never would have got to this moment. And the same goes for you. Show love and appreciation to yourself for all the endurance and all the perseverance you exhibited, because if you would have given up, you never would have made it to this stage in your life right now. And even if you are in a dark period right now, even if you are in a low moment right now, remember at one point there was a high in your life. At one point you had victory. You tasted that victory. So I don't care how dark it may be. Rock bottom is still solid ground, and you can still stand up despite being surrounded by darkness, and you can still build. And eventually, when you build enough, when you endure enough, when you persevere enough, you're going to see a glimmer of light at the end of the tunnel. And you know that everything you labored for is starting to show its fruit. That's why I want you to show love and appreciation to yourself, because it's going to take shape eventually, ladies and gentlemen. I can't tell you when it is. That's the most frustrating part of it all. You don't know when it is, but it's going to come eventually. So show love and appreciation to yourself. Continue to persevere. Continue to endure, because every single thing that I wanted in my life is taking form right now. And because it's taking form right now, I know I still got to endure and persevere more, because there's still going to be some more bad days ahead. There's still going to be some more challenges ahead. But nonetheless, I've been in it too long. I invested too much energy, too much money, too much love to stop right now. I owe it to myself. I owe this reward to myself, and you owe that reward to yourself. That's the reality of it. And do not get distracted by other endeavors. You know what it is you really want to do. You know the direction you really want your business to take. You know what career you really want to do. If you got to get a 9-to-5, get a 9-to-5. I'm not telling you not to. You got to do what you got to do to support your children, your spouse, and yourself. Do what you got to do, but never lose focus. That's what I'm telling you. Despite having a 9-to-5, never lose focus on what it is you really want to do, because the second you lose focus, it becomes more and more out of reach, and you got to continue to work even harder. Life is already hard. Entrepreneurship is already hard. Career building is already hard. Don't make it harder on yourself by losing focus. Stay focused on what it is that you want to do. regardless if you got to get a 9 to 5. And if you are a full-time entrepreneur like myself, if you are a solopreneur like myself, do not lose focus by dabbling in other endeavors to make money and compensate for the fact that your business isn't making enough money. Do not do that. Stay focused on what it is that you do. Stay focused on what it is you're skilled at. Do not put energy and time into something else when you could put that energy and time into your business already. Continue to stay focused, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm grateful because I'm finally in love with what I do. And it took a long time for me to get here. I said that on my Facebook a few days ago. I'm finally in love with what I do. And in order to be in love with what you do, ladies and gentlemen, you have to be confident, because all these no's, all these rejections, all these denials is going to make you lose confidence over time. Regain that confidence. Understand that you are one of one. Understand that you are the one that's put on this earth to do what you do, regardless of how many other businesses or other platforms are similar to what you do. Nonetheless, you are still you. You are the product. You are the selling point. Continue to be confident in what you do. I don't care what it is. Be confident. And once you are confident in what you do, you're going to be more vocal about what you do. When people ask you, oh, what do? You're going to be confident when you say it. You're not going to shy away. You're not going to sugarcoat it. You're not going to minimize yourself. Be confident, be vocal, and continue to study. Become a master at what you do. Never stop learning, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care how long you've been doing it. I don't care what you know. It's always going to be something else that you don't know. Continue to learn, continue to master at it, and become more skilled and talented at what you do. Because the more skilled and talented at what you do, you're going to know exactly what you do. And when you know exactly what you do, you're going to be vocal about what you do. And when you're vocal about what you do, you're going to be confident about what you do. And that's how you're going to fall back in love with everything in your business and in your career. These are the steps I had to take to get to this point where I'm at now, and I'm so grateful for it. So show love to yourself, show appreciation to yourself, pour into yourself on this day, ladies and gentlemen. Valentine's Day isn't just about others, it's also about you. It's about what you love to do, and it's about what you want to do. Endure, persevere, and show love to yourself. That's my message this morning, ladies and gentlemen. So let's continue to work. Let's continue to imagine reality. Rock bottom is still solid ground, regardless of how dark it may be. And you can still stand up, and you can still continue to build with the skills and talents you do have, and with the very few resources you do have. And when you endure long enough, you're going to see that glimmer of light. And you're going to know at that point, all this labor has not been in vain, but the fruit is starting to blossom. Even though you're not making as much money as you would like to, you are still doing what you want to do, and it is going to take form in everything that you envision in due time. So if this podcast has benefited you in any way, shape, or form, I ask for two things as always. Number one, leave a 5-star review. And number two, pass it on to a friend that may benefit from it as well. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button on whatever platform you're listening to it on right now. Have a great day, everybody. I'll talk to you next week.